Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. We're going to experiment today. Also, I'm going to be doing a sort of kind of first impression review on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I don't know if you guys have seen these crazy viral videos. Nail polish mountains, 100 coats of mascara, and then 100 coats of anything basically, but I haven't seen 100 coats of foundation. I mean, they're probably out there, I just haven't seen them, but I still wanted to try it out, so I thought, you know, why not do a two-in-one for you guys, do like a first impression. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is that I won't be able to get the full first impression or full review for you guys, but I figured there's so many out there, so I can just kind of give you guys my first thoughts on it. But I probably won't be back at the end of the night to show you guys how well it lasted, but I'll still be able to kind of give you guys my first thoughts. So I chose the color 208 in the color Sun Beige. It was between 208 and 209, so I hope that it's a good color. It might be a little bit light, but I was for sure the 209 was way too dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on this foundation mountain. I don't even know if this has 100 coats in it. I'm gonna try to do as many coats as I can to get out of this. If I get to 100, I'll stop. If not, then I'll probably end up having to use the entire little bottle. Also, I have my wine here just because I know that I might be here a while. What I did was apply it directly on the sponge, and now I'm going to dot this on my face. Actually, now that I have it on, I don't think the color is that bad. Also, I've heard that this oxidizes, so that's also why I didn't mind going a little bit lighter if it was a tad bit lighter, but it's not a bad color. One coat down, 99 coats to go. So it just did a good job of evening out my skin tone. I still can see my pimple. I can still see a lot of my like redness. And then I still have a lot of like visible scars. It's a medium coverage, so I don't expect it to cover. And it's very watery. Like, it's not what I expected at all. It's very, very watery. See, it covers my pimple. Okay, so that is 2 coats. I can still see my pimple. It does look very glowy, but not over the top glowy. And also what I noticed with this foundation, it has like dots of glowiness in it. Okay, so you guys can probably see it a lot better now. I'm trying to get as focused as possible. But do you guys see that? It leaves like grainy, but that's like probably all like the luminous pigment left over that doesn't get soaked up by the sponge, just because it's probably a little bit thicker than the foundation. But that's really weird. I've never seen that before. I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, why do we watch stuff like this? I know I watch it just for like the satisfaction of it. I think that's why I watch stuff like this, or just because also I'm curious and just to see for like no real reason, just to see. I think that with that 4th layer I covered pretty much everything. So I can very lightly, very lightly still see my pimple. I don't know if it's just because I can actually see it, or just because it's obviously visibly like higher than my skin. I'm probably gonna stop talking because this is gonna take a while. I'm gonna put on some Netflix, and the rest of the video will probably just be music or something, just watching me put on layers and layers of foundation until I get to 100 or I finish the bottle, and I might lose count. So the coat I'm doing here is my 10th coat. Still grainy. I'm trying to shake the bottle, but that's not fixing the problem. So I think that's just like all the pigment that's supposed to be kind of glowy that's left over. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible now because I'm only on my 10th coat and I have like 90 to go. I look so weird. Now that I have like 15 layers of foundation on, I can really smell this foundation, and it's so much alcohol. But I have to say that this foundation is holding on pretty well. It still looks really cakey, but obviously with 15 layers of anything, it's gonna start to look really cakey. But it layers really, really good. Like, this foundation hasn't started to separate or anything. It still looks like even. It looks even all the way around. No matter how much I add or disturb, it doesn't mess it up. Sometimes with foundations, that if you keep adding layers and layers, it starts to kind of pull the product back, and then leaving you like patchy. But this foundation is not doing that at all. So here, what I'm doing now is coat 20. It's still very alcohol-y, and I have a itch right here. I can't scratch it. So I have like 30 layers of foundation on right now. I'm starting now to feel like this foundation is just not layering good anymore. It's starting to kind of not dry in between layers anymore. I had to let it sit for like 15 minutes, and I came back and it's still not layered. Every time I go back in and add another layer, it's kind of just melting what I already had on top and just getting cakier and cakier, and I can smell the alcohol so bad in this foundation, and I'm a mess. Like, everything about me is a mess. My hands are a mess. I finished my cup, but that has so many of my fingerprints on it. At this point, I'm just actually gonna just try to finish this bottle. I don't even know how many coats I've done anymore. I'm definitely like at 30-ish. Way overdoing it now. I'm desperate now. I just want to get this out of the way now. At this point, I pretty much lost count. I have no idea how many layers of foundation I've done. I'm just trying to finish whatever is left in here, which is, let me see. It doesn't sound like that much left. I'm gonna say right now, I am probably at like 50 layers. It's just like wet product on top of wet product. It's not even setting anymore. Do you guys hear the beauty blender? It's just so squishy now just because there's so much product in here, and look, still full coverage because there's just way too much in here. Oh my god, so much alcohol. Do not try this. I don't know what I was thinking. This is the worst idea. Right now, I'm gonna just say I probably have like 50 plus, maybe less than 60, but I'm thinking I'm around 50. But some of my coats have been like ridiculously a lot of product just because I'm desperate now. This beauty blender alone has like 20 coats of product in it. done. I love that sound. I'm done. This is the last coat. The beauty blender is so heavy. But this is what, I don't even know how many coats, about like 70 to 80 coats of foundation looks like, if you were ever wondering. I'm surprised at how, because I've seen all the other challenges, all like the nail polish challenge, and I've seen the liquid lipstick challenge mountain, where you just keep building product and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And with foundation, it doesn't really do that. It just cakes up really bad, it doesn't dry, and it see the difference between like my neck and my chest. So I had to bring it down my neck because I had so much product and it wasn't letting me apply it on the face anymore, because it was just picking up the product now. But I'm very surprised at how like my face just stayed my face. I expected it to like really build and build, and I thought my face would be like this big after 100 coats, or like, you know, trying 100 coats. Like I basically did the entire bottle of foundation. So I hope that you guys somewhat enjoyed this, or maybe not enjoyed it. I definitely didn't enjoy it. This was the worst decision of my life. This kind of sucks so bad. Having to clean the aftermath of all of this, like everything that I touch has like foundation, and I know my bathroom is gonna be a mess. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this really weird experimental video, and until next time, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Love you. God.